Terry, welcome back to Toronto, my friend.
I'm always here.
And Anna, welcome back to the podcast. It's about time you show up because
I'm always here.
people have been asking about you, and it's
Really?
like, where's Anna?
My spirit is always here.
Listen,
You called me old so many times that I had to make a statement, you know?
There's a thing going on here, Terry. Anyways, Terry, you've
And
known
he's
us.
the youngest one of all of us.
Terry, do not start. I know you and I are the same age.
Listen, all
He's
I'm
the
saying,
baby with the beautiful gray
So
hair.
he thinks he's
yeah.
entitled to call us
Yeah.
old.
Why am I always getting in trouble here? This is my podcast. I'm not supposed to get in trouble.
With us
You
here, we
start
take
out.
over.
Okay, so
Jamie only sits in the middle.
today's podcast is brought to you by Workplace One, a company offering boutique private offices, co-working spaces, and virtual office solutions, as well as meeting rooms in the best neighborhoods of Toronto and Kitchener-Waterloo. Ideal for entrepreneurs, companies, and passionate business people. Workplace One is where you want to be with your business. For more information, go over to workplaceone.com. For you guys that are listening to us or watching us at this point, I'm in the middle of these two people that are going to make my life an internal hell. But anyways,
Nothing like that.
Terry, you're back in Toronto. You've been away we were trying to debate here. I think it's 4 or 5 years since the last time we spoke.
From your life.
From our
life.
lives.
You know?
Okay, I know.
Because we can't always be together.
You're
Jamie,
you're secretly coming here, not telling us anything, just kind of like, you know. But man, have you been busy. Who is Terry? Where did Terry come from? Did he just come from the sky? What happened? And what made you get into all of this creativity madness that you are in today?
Well, Jamie, I'm Terry Costa.
Nice to meet you.
I was born in planet Venus, and
Travel to Mars.
I'm from Oakville, Ontario. Nothing exotic to most of the people that are listening us, probably, but that's where I was born, and that's where I did most of my schooling, including Sheridan College. Even though I had a little bit of a stint in Portugal as a child in Pico Island, where that we'll get back to it.
We'll get back to that, I guess. Okay. Yes. Talk to us a little bit about this project of yours, Miratecarts.
Miratecarts. It rolls off the tongue.
It
It does
does.
now. It does now.
It's a some people think it's a tongue twister, but it really just rolls it off.
Miratecarts.
When did this
Miratecarts.
begin, and how did this evolve there in Pico?
Well, when I was in Vancouver, I already wanted to use something that related to my heritage. And Mirateca, which from the Portuguese, from the Latin, comes from what you see, what you hear, is actually a name of a neighborhood in Pico Island, the mountain island in Azores. And so I love that name. I said, okay, I have to use that name. So that's how Miratecarts began. And I did some projects here in Canada under that name. And then when I went to Portugal, I actually turned that name into an organization, a non-profit cultural organization that we could use to develop work. And that was basically 8 years ago, creating Miratecarts. I spent 6 months traveling all 9 islands. From Corvo, it's a very tiny island with just 300 to 400 people there, all the way to the main city that has about 40,000 people. And traveling every little corner. And I asked every town hall if they would give me a space and a time, and I wanted just to invite people to talk about arts. I met over 4,000 people.
Wow.
That all connected somehow to something artistic, from arts and crafts to opera. It was incredible. The whole shebang, the whole thing.
Wow.
And the main concern, basically across the board, was unless we're invited by the government, which is the public libraries and the museums, we don't have a venue to exhibit our work,
There was
to do
nobody
our work.
to organize any of this stuff either, right?
And that's basically what Fringe was all about. The international movement of artists helping artists to present their work and so on. So I'm like, that's what we need in Azores. And I started a Fringe festival that happens every year in June. Many Canadians have been part of it. Many Luso-Canadians have been
I think we
part
need
of
to
it.
look into this.
Yeah.
What is the vibe there? What's the vibe in the island?
Well, because Azores can't be sellable to beach crowds, you know. It's volcanic,
That's why
lots
I
of
like it.
rock. There's some beaches, but they're tiny, you know, and with dark sand and so on. Then there's no mass tourism, which is fantastic.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Of course, in the bigger cities, there's already a lot of people. Even for me, who traveled around the world and lived in many big cities, I'm like, oh, I don't care about that anymore. I love Toronto, come to visit, but hey, a few days is good enough. I can go on and do other things. But that has been able to leave a lot of it untouched. There's still a lot of virgin territory on these islands, which is fantastic to see. And from a creative point of view, is amazing. It's gold.
Of course.
It's gold.
Yeah.
Because you can go into some land and you're like, wow, I wonder when was the last person that walked through here, because it looks untouchable. And this lava rock looks like it just melted a few days ago. Well, why is it like this?
Yeah,
it's been there for years, some of them millions of years. For art, this is a perfect place.
This is amazing.
Okay.
Let's go for
Say
the
good
drink,
night.
man.
Say good day to everybody.
Guys.
I hope you're having fun out there. I'm Terry Costa, and this is
And-
Creative Spin Podcast.
You go.
And we're going to put all the information for you guys that want to find out more about everything that Terry is doing. We're going to put everything down in the description below, all the links, all the stuff, and everything.
Because you too can be a part of it.
Did you record this? This is a perfect commercial right here. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Woohoo.